We've been fed, guys. The Ratchet Clank fan base has been fed. In the past couple days, not only do we know when Rift Apart is releasing, but a TV special pilot thing happened. What? Alright. Let's start with the Rift Apart stuff, you know. So now we all know this game is releasing June 11th this year. An entire year after the game got announced. I'm very pumped about this because it's only a week before my birthday. Also, fun fact, there's only one other Ratchet game that has released in June, and it's Secret Agent Clank. Please help me. So yeah, Rift Apart is coming in literally 4 months. Holy crap. Insomniac has shared that there are 3 versions or editions releasing for Rift Apart. Sadly, no collector's edition, which many, including myself, were kinda hoping for. Tragic. The first one we have is the normal digital edition of the game. If you pre-ordered the game, you will get the Carbonox armor and the pixelizer. This basically confirms that Insomniac probably put other fan favorite armors into the game, because I know a lot of people, you know, like they asked this question on Twitter. I think they might have done it on Instagram as well, so that's kind of interesting. But and they also know about the pixelizer meme within the fan base, so that's what. Also, kind of weird, but I do feel like this photo here, of course, confirms that the new female Lombax is an alternate version of Ratchet. I mean, we kind of already got information regarding that, but I think this is just like a very clear, like, yeah, she's like the alternate universe equivalent, right, to Ratchet. She's wearing the Carbonox armor, so I mean, you know, yeah. Next version of the game we have is the normal physical copy of the game. The first one will have a little, like, launch edition bar on the top, kind of like with what happened with Miles Morales a couple months ago. The physical edition is basically the same as the digital edition. You'll get a little paper slip in your copy of the game, allowing you to get the early access, right, to the Carbonox armor and pixelizer. Just in case any of you are confused about this, you can still unlock these 2 items in the game. They aren't like locked out like the bouncer was in the 2016 game. It's still unlockable. In other words, it's comparable to how if you pre-ordered Miles Morales a couple months ago, you'd get the Spider-Verse suit right away, even though you can just unlock it later in the game anyways. Last version of the game is the Digital Deluxe Edition, which is $10 more, but comes with some pretty neat stuff. So of course you get the same early access stuff like the previous editions, but you also get a sticker sheet for photo mode. Yes! We are getting a photo mode in a Ratchet game. Yes! And I'm absolutely here for it because I cannot wait to see all the fans create different photos. That's gonna be insane. Yes, super excited about that. Always felt it was weird the 2016 game didn't have that. But yeah. The other things that you get the 5 specifically made armors for this deluxe edition, which is very intriguing. I'm not sure which armors they're going to be. Maybe they will be ones that are also fan favorites, not entirely sure, but we'll probably know them before the game releases, so that'll be whack. That'll be weird. So yeah, that is, yeah, I'm very curious what these will be. And you also get a digital version of the soundtrack as well as an art book. This stuff all sounds really awesome, don't get me wrong, but I do kind of wish they made a physical collector's edition with the same stuff. Basically, what I'm trying to say, as someone who collects too much Ratchet & Clank stuff, is they should have had physical versions of the soundtrack and art book. Like, why didn't they just... What? Maybe they'll do that in the future, I'm not entirely sure. But in case you guys are kind of like me and you want a physical version of the game, but you also obviously want this extra digital stuff, the best way to do this is, of course, pre-order a physical copy of the game, and then in-game they'll have a menu where the like $10 add-on to this digital deluxe stuff is, so it's kind of weird. That's mainly all of the new knowledge regarding the game, you know. Insomniac did show off that there is this new T-shirt, though, which is pretty sick, and really reminds me of the mangas for some reason. Yeah. What's more interesting, though, and what has been said in by a lot of fans and pointed out by a lot of the fans, is in the description, many have pointed out Rosie. This seems like some kind of hint towards the female Lombax, which is kind of exciting, so we'll see, I guess, if that is her name, something to do with that. Maybe it's Amy Rose, guys. That was really dumb. What's more exciting and confusing, though, is the out-of-the-blue Ratchet Clank Life of Pi special that was found on a Canadian streaming service. So for a long while now, we've gotten rumors of a Ratchet Clank TV show, mainly dealing with HBO, specifically HBO Max. This rumor was like almost a year ago. I think it might have been over a year ago. I don't know. This rumor, though, it had, you know, of course, Ratchet having a TV show. It had Sly Cooper, Parappa the Rapper, I think a Twisted Metal movie, maybe something like that. There was more, of course. So saying that a Ratchet & Clank TV show actually existed at a point, and obviously we're seeing it now, is pretty insane. This special was created in 2019, so this must have been in development for a while now. At least it seems like it. As you probably can tell by some of the clips that I am showing here, it's pretty bizarre. But honestly, this one 20-minute episode special thing has more character development and conflict between Ratchet and Clank than the entire movie and PS4 game, which is what? Another rather obvious thing to note about this special is how it's very much so based in the 2016 universe. Even though it's its own thing now, it has a lot more connections to the reimagining than the mainline universe.
First, he brought you the world-shattering deplanetizer, then the soul-crushing bio-obliterator. Now, here to reveal his most terrifying, diabolical, and just downright nasty invention. Give a big warbot welcome to your favorite evil overlord, Dr. Nefarious!
This one episode seems relatively harmless and just overall weird. It's obviously not the best thing this series has seen, but I do think there's a lot of potential here. It's kind of insane. They actually listen to fan feedback, and Ratchet acts a lot more immature here than in the movie, which is a really great thing. He's supposed to be 15 here, so I don't know. It bugged me a lot in the movie and the PS4 game. He acted like his Into the Nexus counterpart, because, like, so seeing Ratchet and Clank actually fight each other gives me that hope of, like, oh, Ratchet from the first game, Ratchet from the Tools, you know, that stuff, which is good. So, also, bonus points to this thing. They actually put in references to weapons I was just not expecting at all. Again, better than the actual movie did. Like, the suck cannon. The suck cannon. The hollow knuckles. That was really insane. What? Even the taunter. The taunter. Got a cameo, man.
The taunter.
Huh? The way the characters act, once again, seem much closer to the 2016 version. If they just, you know, continued the storyline after the 2016 game. And I think that's very evident how, like, oh, Lawrence isn't here, right? Like, no characters from the mainline universe really is here. You have Zed, though. You have, you know, a random weird-looking alien. Stuff like that. This whole thing is so bizarre, man. I can't... If you told me about all this stuff back in 2019, I would have called you insane. For real. Overall, there's a ton of stuff to be excited about for Ratchet & Clank this year and next year. This is also the perfect time to get into the series and see why so many people love it to death. So if you have no idea what I've been talking about, don't worry, you will now. Seriously though, this series is going to turn 20 years old next year, which is a milestone for any series. So seriously, be excited, guys. Ratchet & Clank, we gotta be excited. There's probably a ton of stuff that can happen. So thank you all for watching. Hey, maybe if you enjoyed this, you can give me a subscribe, maybe even a bell. That'd be pretty rad. Yeah, so see you guys later. Thank you for watching.